Hello and welcome to Bible Study with Alice, and today we're on day 61, Psalm 61 of our daily psalm reading. We are reading from the ESV translation, but you're more than welcome to join us from a different translation. As you can see, we are on Psalm 61. These videos are filmed in real time. Today's date's the 3rd of January 25 and it's a Friday. And you can find the previous 60 psalms in the playlist below. Just to make you aware that yesterday the video I had problems pronouncing a lot of wording. Thankfully, when I was preparing Psalm 61, we don't have that today, which is a good thing, to be fair. So I do apologise that the wording yesterday was just bad, but today it's not actually that bad today. There is a disclaimer as usual, and that is one, these videos are unedited and also probably stumble on my wording. Let's get started. Lead me to the rock, to the choir master with string instrument of David. Hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. Let me dwell in your tent forever. Let me take refuge under the shelter of your wing, Selah. For you, O God, have heard my vows. You have given me the heritage of those who fear your name. Prolong the life of the king. May his years endure to all generations. May he be enthroned forever before God. Appoint steadfast love and faithfulness to watch over him. So will I ever sing praise to your name as I perform my vows day after day. So that is Psalm 61 complete. And tomorrow we will be doing Psalm 62. Before I get into the next bit, I have mentioned this in loads of videos and I'm just going to continue mentioning it, but there are a lot of psalms where the time period is unknown, and historians and scholars don't actually know when those particular dates were written, as in, say, for example, as I mentioned yesterday, 1015 BC. We don't know that particular bit. We just know the events that it could have taken place in. So bear that in mind. So with Psalm 61 is written by David while he was in exile. Psalm 61 is a song by David that conveys the theme of displacement, protection and kingship. David's plea to God for safety and security. So the key themes obviously are displacement, protection and kingship. And it's only been mentioned once, and that's the word Selah. Selah is at the start. So Selah is a rest, a pause or reflection. And Psalm 61 is also a lament. It's a type of prayer or song, and as we established, it's a song that is a cry for God to act in the midst of pain and grief. And obviously these here are all the Psalms. 61 is there. Individual laments are a personal feeling. They convey the most common type of psalm. They often begin with an invocation to God, followed by the lament and request for help, end with an expression of trust in God. Now, a couple of days ago, I tried to explain it multiple times, and we probably ended up on a right tangent of it. So what I'm going to try and do again is explain it and hope for the best that we don't go over 10 minutes, because it would be nice to have a video that's not that long. So with a lament, everybody prays in the morning during the day, before bed, whenever we do our prayers. And we always invite God in. That's like the invocation of God. We have to invite God into our prayers, because we could talk to God, but we don't actually, God might not actually be, I won't say listen, because he's always listening to us, but if you want his help, you've got to ask him for help. You can't just expect him to help you. So you have to invite God in to your space, so he's then able to help you. And then you follow that by the lament. So you open your space up, invite God in. Then you then follow that by the lament, which is obviously the pain and grief. And then after that, you obviously then request help from God. You obviously want God's help, so that's why you then request God's help. And then you end that then with an expression of trust in God, because it's like the start. You invite God into your space, so you obviously want God there, but then you've obviously got to express that trust that God's going to be there to help you, to support you with your pain and grief. I kind of explain a lament a bit like an Amazon order or a Vinted order, or whatever order you do. Well, I guess Vinted order is a bit different, but let's just go with Amazon order. So you put your order in on Amazon, and let's just say you're going to buy a Bible. So you find the Bible that you want, and let's just say you pay for the Prime. Let's just go with Prime. So you open, you go onto Amazon, you find the perfect Bible that you want, you put your order in, you pay for it, and then you trust that Amazon is going to deliver your parcel to you tomorrow safely, and it's not going to be damaged. It's going to be perfect how you want it to be. Tomorrow comes, your Amazon order turns up, you open it up, and it's there in perfect condition the way you wanted it. That's kind of like how a prayer works. I'm not saying prayers do work like that, to be fair, because not saying every prayer will get answered tomorrow. But basically what I mean is you trust that Amazon is going to deliver your Bible to you tomorrow. And you don't keep checking in on it. You don't go, oh, is my parcel been delivered tomorrow? Or when, I know sometimes you probably do want to check to see the time, due to the fact you might have other commitments and you really want that Bible. But, you kind of leave that with God, with your prayer. You put your prayer out there to God, which is an order that he's going to succeed his promise of helping you by answering your prayer. How big or small, how soon or when, he might not be able to fulfill his promise tomorrow, but he could, fulfill it in a few days' time or a month's time. Sometimes probably a year's time. It depending on when that prayer is going to be answered, basically. So that is how I would explain a lament. Like I said, I've probably not done well with it, but I'm hoping we're not going to go over 10 minutes, and we're at 8:40, so getting that. We're doing okay. So that is Psalm 61. So I will now write in the day and the date, which is obviously the 3rd. So day, not too well with that. Day 61, and it's the 3rd. That is a 3. I'm not really good at most 3s. Of the 1st to 5. We did it, and we still got quite a bit of time to spare. So thank you for watching my video. Please like my content, please subscribe to my channel, and please turn on the notification bell to get updates of content that gets uploaded to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.